Hey, this is Natasha Lara Lewis from Big Rock Organics coming to you with week 2 of the CSA box. And what a beautiful bounty we have. So let's take a little tour. We've got a few familiar items and we've got a few things that are new. So one of the things that you'll notice, we have a little different type of radish this week. These are the Easter egg radishes, and the radishes have been growing really quickly, so we're trying to get them all picked this week before the heat, and we'll see another crop of radishes coming in line in another 3-4 weeks. But for now, we're enjoying the Easter egg. They're kind of fun, look, different colors. Some of them are white, some of them are purple, some of them are pink, and some of them are red. And even though they're a little bit big, they are still nice and crunchy and nice and enjoyable. I made some wonderful pickled radishes from our recipe last week and they were terrific. You can also cook the greens. We have a lot of greens attached to things this week, so you can cut them off or you can cook them and use them, but the greens are edible as well. You can cook them like you would a spinach and use them that way. We've got a baby arugula. So we do a lot of succession planting, which means that we're going to plant the same crop over and over again, separated by 2 to 3, 4 weeks worth of time. And so the first crop that we enjoyed last week was arugula that was a little bit bigger. This one is baby arugula. It's so cute and tiny. It's so delicate. And really with the heat that we're starting to experience this upcoming week, we wanted to get it cut so that you can enjoy it while it's nice and small and beautiful like that. So that is the baby arugula. We have a fair amount of time on our hands. This is so wonderful smelling, and these are great little bundles just to go ahead and dry and use later in the season. Thyme is so tasty with roast potatoes, with chicken, with pork. I love it, and it also makes a delicious salad dressing. You can use it for all sorts of things, and it just smells heavenly right now. So we've got thyme this week. We've got those wonderful purple scallions. I hope you enjoyed those last week. And these purple scallions are just the same as a regular scallion, but prettier. And we have many of these planted throughout the season in addition to our regular onions. So you get an onion flavor almost every week of your box. And I cut these up and just store them in the fridge cut, and then I sprinkle them on any dish where I want a little onion flavor. Sprinkle them on the end. You don't really want to cook them too much except for the tops here. You can cook, but I like to keep them chopped, and that way they're always ready to go. We've got a kale mixture. This kale mixture, we've got 3 or 4 different kinds of kale in there, and this is a little bit more of like a braising size kale, and so you can saute this, you can take, and you can use it raw for a salad. You want to chop it up, and kale likes to be massaged, so you actually want to chop it and then just kind of like massage it a little bit with your salad dressing, which sounds kind of crazy, but it actually works really well. Personally, I love a Kale Caesar salad because kale holds up a little bit better, and you can make that salad ahead and enjoy it for the next couple of days, which is really nice. And I also love making homemade sourdough croutons to go with that Caesar salad. So Kale Caesar salad would be my recommendation if you're doing fresh, or saute it. A little olive oil, garlic, and a bit of cayenne pepper, and you can saute the kale. Now, there are a lot of greens in these first couple weeks, so don't be overwhelmed, because if you saute a bag of greens like this, it will go down to like a half a cup of greens. It really condenses quickly. Sometimes with my extra greens, if I've sauteed it and I want to have this later in the season for like a soup or something, I'll take my greens after I've sauteed them and I'll put them on a cookie sheet with some parchment paper, and I'll just put little piles of greens on there, and then I'll freeze it. And then when I'm ready to make my soup later on, or even freezing it for a smoothie, that kind of thing, you can just take out what you need. So those are a couple of great ideas to kind of prolong using your greens. Now this week we have a mixture of lettuce and spinach in our lettuce spinach mix, and that's going to make a really tasty mixed salad. Again, if you don't have a salad spinner, highly recommend it. That's how I do all of our greens. And also, you know, not a bad idea to tuck a paper towel into your bag. So if you've got your bag of greens, tuck a paper towel in a couple places, just a dry paper towel, and it helps to prolong the life of your produce. We've got these gorgeous Napa cabbages this week. Oh my goodness, they are so beautiful. Nice and sturdy Napa cabbage heads. My favorite thing to do is coleslaw with Napa cabbage, and just chop this whole thing up, make a coleslaw. You will thank me later for changing your life from making coleslaw with regular cabbage. Once you go Napa, you can never go back. It is so delicious. And I love using, there is a pre-made brand of Marie's salad dressing. They have a coleslaw that we really like, and it's just a pre-made dressing you can find at the grocery store in the salad section. And I always add a little bit of scallions in there, a little bit of carrot, a little bit of peppers chopped up. Really easy side dish, especially with the summer grilling season coming up. We've got rhubarb again this week, and rhubarb, so tasty, so fun. If you don't use all your rhubarb, you can chop it and freeze it, and just chop it raw, put it on a cookie sheet, freeze it, and then you can use that for seasons to come, especially if you didn't feel like being, in the kitchen and baking something necessarily. You can always freeze that. Now these Hakurei turnips are one of our new favorites that we've been growing over the last several years. Just discovered them. They are a sweet salad turnip, which means that they are best enjoyed raw. And yes, they are like a crunchy, sweet kind of flavor. They're so good. I like them with dip and things like that. You can also add them to your coleslaw for a little extra crunch, but I love them raw. So that you want to take and just, they don't need to be peeled or anything. They're really fine and ready to go. And just use the root here. Now the greens, of course, you can use, and we'll be putting some recipes in for these turnips because you'll see them throughout the season here and there, because they are one of our favorite things, both for flavor, and they're so easy to grow, and you can use both the tops and the bottoms, making them really versatile. And then just for a sweet little sprig, we've got some lavender that we just harvested. Smells delicious. You can dry this, enjoy that just for the scent experience, or if you want to do some culinary stuff, you can just Google cooking with lavender and get some ideas for some recipes with that as well. So very exciting box, lots of colors, lots of flavors. We said that walking into the packing room today smelled like a French kitchen. It has just been a wonderful experience. So beautiful boxes today. I hope you enjoy them all and have a wonderful week cooking. Thanks again for joining me, Natasha Lara Lewis from Big Rock Organics.